Jai Shri Ram. Ram Bhakt Kabir Das ji says, Bhajore Bhaiya Ram Govind Hari. Bhajore Bhaiya Ram Govind Hari. Jap tap sadhan nahi kuch lagat. जप तप साधन नहीं कुछ लागत खर्चत नाही घटरी भजोरे भैया राम गोविंद हरि संतत संपत सुख के कारण जासो भूल परी कहत कबीर राम न जा मुख तामुख धूल भरी संतत संपत सुख के कारण जासो भूल परी कहत कबीर राम न जा मुख तामुख धूल भरी. Now, this is untranslatable. As usual, poetry is untranslatable and every translator is a traitor. Traductori, traditori. Traductori. T-R-A-D-U-T-T-O-R-I. Traductori. Latin quote. Traditori. T-R-A-D-I-T-T-O-R-I. Which literally means translators are traitors. You see, many rascals who don't understand Hindi, Sanskrit, they have translated Vedas and Bhagavad Gita. And many fools have believed whatever they have translated. The net result is many Hindus have become fake and pseudo Hindus. We were told that Kabir Das was a worshipper of Nirguna Brahma. Nirguni he was. They tried very hard to Islamize Kabir Das. If you see pictures of Kabir Das, he looks like a Muslim. So they have tried very hard to Islamize him. But if you look at these dohas, what Kabir Das ji has done is shirk. Shirk in Islam is the worst of all sins, most unpardonable, which is to associate somebody with Allah. So Kabir is worshipping directly Ram. And who is that rascal who taught us that Kabir is a Nirguni? So, here, Bhajore Bhaiya Ram Govind Hari, Jab Tap Sadhan Nahi Kuch Lagat, Kharchat Nahi Ghatari. It is futile, especially in this Kali Yuga. All these jap, tap, sadhan, these are all useless, futile actions because the ghatari, the pot of sins that you have accumulated, the papam. Sin is a silly Christian concept of Adam disobeying God and eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge. And so God, the omniscient God, got angry. How can the omniscient God, who is supposed to know everything, not know that Adam is going to disobey him? That is the question, first question which they can't answer. Then why should we not eat the fruit of the tree of knowledge? We should definitely not eat the fruit of the tree of ignorance. So Adam did a good thing, but he got kicked out. And he was a good boy. Actually, he was following the instruction till Eve came along. And Eve is a product of the rib of Adam. That means woman is considered so insignificant. After all, she is made from a single rib which God plucked out of Adam. Because Adam actually said, "Sir, I am feeling lonely. I want company." So I believe God said, "Nalla mensa, sainim pensa." Nalla mensa, please make a note. N-U-L-L-A, nalla, M-E-N-S-A, mensa, sain impensa, C-I-N-E, S-I-N-E, impensa. IMPENSA. This is a Latin quote which means there is no such thing as a free lunch. Pukat mein idhar kuch nahi milta. Free ga yedi dorkadura naina. So Allah said, the God, the Bible God said, nothing free. So you have to give something in order to get something. So it's a nice principle anyway. So Adam, I believe, said, what do I have? So God, I believe, took one rib of Adam. In which case all humans should have one rib less. Anyway, from that rib he squeezed and Eve came out and Eve got tempted by the shaitan who came in the form of a serpent, and he told her, "See, this fruit is tasty, please eat it. Nobody is watching anyway." So Eve tempted Adam and Adam got tempted and they ate that fruit of knowledge of the tree. I think it's a pineapple. Some people say it's an apple. Some others are thinking it's a watermelon. Whatever it is, that was some juicy fruit. I personally think it's a pineapple. So they ate the fruit of the tree of knowledge, and God suddenly appeared on the scene. He got terribly angry. I told you not to eat it, but you ate it. So he kicked both Adam and Eve out, and that is the fall of man and the sin of Adam, which is the sin of disobedience. And every human being is affected by that, because Adam is supposed to be universal man, which again is a legally untenable principle, because how can the son be punished for a crime committed by the father? No law court will accept that. Nevertheless, the universal man Adam committed this sin. So please stop using the word sin, because it's a silly, irrational Christian concept. We have in Hinduism papam. Papam means negative action which will have repercussions and you cannot escape it. Even if gods come down on earth as humans, they have to face it. So this is a law which cannot be bypassed, circumvented. So that is papam. So papam and sin are not equivalents. Please remember, that's what I am trying to clarify now. However, we have got so colonized mentally that we are still using these ridiculous ideas and words. So that is papam. So now if you look at the whole story objectively, you will find that Adam was a good boy all along till Eve came along. And that means woman corrupted man and they both fell, and God also cursed. According to the Bible, God got so angry, he cursed woman that you will suffer in childbirth for the sin that you have done of tempting Adam to eat that fruit. So woman is still suffering. The punishment is the pain of childbirth is the punishment given by God. Now basically the whole story is that women is the source of all problems. I'm sure this story was written by a male. If it had been written by a female, the story would have been something like this. There was a great female god who first created Eve, and Eve would have said, "Madam, I am feeling lonely. I want a beau, B-E-A-U, boyfriend." And Madam would have said, "Nalla mensa sine impensa." That means there is no such thing as a free lunch. Then Eve would have given a small piece of her nail, fingernail, because plucking out even a rib is painful. So from the fingernail, Adam would have been created, and Adam would have got tempted by the serpent, and Eve, who was a good girl all along, would have eaten that fruit and committed the act of disobedience, which is called sin, and then they would have been kicked out of paradise, which is called the fall of Eve or fall of man. And then mankind have inherited the original sin, and therefore every human being is a born sinner who will be saved by the same God, who will be reborn as his own son, and who will get crucified as an oblation to himself to save us from the sin which we didn't commit anyway, which Adam or Eve committed, and so we can be saved. This is the whole of Christianity. So I do not know why I entered in. So I entered into the discussion because I wanted to clarify to you the meaning of this irrational idea, sin. So let us stop using that word sin, or every time you use it, you must explain why you are using it by telling them this story. Okay. So they tried very hard. Let's get back to Kabir Das ji. Kabir Das ji was a Ram bhakth. Kabir Das ji's guru was Ramanand, Swami Ramanand. Swami Ramanand, who was a disciple of Ramanujacharya. You see, Muchintala, you have the statue of equality. Ramanujacharya's disciple is Swami Ramanand, and Swami Ramanand's disciple is Kabir Das, and Kabir Das, and all of them are Ram Bhaktas, and Santat Sampat, Kharchat Nahi Ghatari. That means the pot of papams that you have accumulated is not getting lessened. In fact, it is increasing in spite of all your jap tap sadhan. You are only wasting your time. And bhajore bhaiya Ram Govind Hari. So Kabir Das is saying, constantly chant the name of Krishna and keep working. Don't be a lazy rascal 24 hours chanting and generating a lot of appetite and eating a lot of food but not doing any work, you are a bloody lazy pig. So, jap tap, you can bhajo re bhaiya, worship Ram Govinda Hari. But keep working, don't avoid work. Work is worship. Then next line, see. संतत संपत सुख के कारण जासो भूल परी. You have made a big mistake. Bhool. You have been deluded into thinking that if you have lot of children and lot of wealth, you will be happy. But no, that's not true happiness. Kahat Kabira, Ram na ja mukh, ta mukh dhool bhari. So, the face, the mouth that doesn't utter Ram Naam is verily filled with dust. If you are feeling shy to say Ram Ram or Jai Shri Ram when greeting people, don't say good morning, good evening. What is that good morning? It's meaningless actually. Why not say Ram Ram, Jai Shri Krishna? And if you are feeling shy to say that, then Kabir Das says that your mouth is full of dust. Verily full of dust. నీ నోట్లో దుమ్ము పడా తాముకు ధూళి భరి. నేను అంటలేదురా నాయన, కబీర్ దాస్ అంటున్నాడు. సో కబీర్ రామ్ భక్తుడే కదరా, అంత స్ట్రాంగ్ వర్డ్స్ వాడాడు అనమాట. నెక్స్ట్ ఔర్ ఏక్ దోహా, వన్ మోర్. लूट सके तो लूट ले राम नाम की लूट, पाछे फिर पछताएगा प्राण जाए जब छूट. लूट सके तो लूट ले राम नाम की लूट, पाछे फिर पछताएगा प्राण जाए जब छूट. So Kabir Das is warning. While you are still alive, लूट सके तो लूट ले. Plunder the treasure of Ram Naam while you are still alive, because at the time of death you will then regret, Are Bapre, I had the opportunity to loot the treasure of Ram Naam. Ram Naam, రామ్ భజన్ చేయరా అంటే పిచ్చి భజను, చాందమియా, బొంద భజనలు ఇవన్నీ చేసావనుకో, మరి నీ గతి ఏమవ్వాలి? నోటి నిండా దుమ్ అనమాట నీది. సో కబీర్ దాస్ ఇస్ సెయింగ్, సో వైల్ యు ఆర్ స్టిల్ అలైవ్, చాంట్ రామ్ నామ్ and try to plunder the treasure of Ram Naam, because at the point of death then you will realize very sadly and regretfully, oh, I have wasted all my life by not chanting Ram Naam. So now please start doing it, and don't be carried away by stupid narratives that Kabir Das was a Nirguni. Maybe one or two Nirguni bhajans are there, or maybe many are there. All these, who knows whether Kabir Das wrote them? Maybe they were all concocted with the idea of Islamizing Kabir Das ji. Okay, so this is the truth about Kabir Das ji. Jai Shri Ram.